Hello, Point Park softball fans. We're here with head coach Michelle Coultas beginning the 2013 season this coming weekend. Coach, thanks for taking the time to sit down with us and talk about a preseason interview here today.
Thanks, me too.
Coach, looking ahead to this year's team, you get going with your annual trip to Florida this coming weekend. What are your overall thoughts and feelings going into this year? I know you have a veteran group for the Pioneers.
Well, that's exactly right. I'm anxious to start the season with my 7 seniors. Been with me now 4 years. I'm excited to have Kristen Zelenka back, working on her master's, and both her and Kelsey Robertson pitching, both former pitchers of the year. So anxious to see what they could do together.
That's certainly a good setup, 1-2 on the pitching rotation. You have a new conference, the KIAC, where you're picked second in the preseason poll. The AMC has folded. What's your outlook on the new conference, new schedule, new teams, and all that sort of thing?
I'm anxious to play new teams and, not knowing other teams. I think the girls play better that way instead of having the same routine and thoughts about teams. Travel will be a little interesting. I haven't traveled much in the past besides spring training. So being out of their element, sleeping in different beds, things like that will be interesting to see how they respond on the field. But again, with as many seniors as I have, I think they could pull through and make the best of it.
Now, is this a motivated team? I mean, with all the seniors that you mentioned, 2 important pitchers, you could have 5 seniors in the positional lineup. Is it a motivated team that wants to end their career on a high note?
I would say so. I mean, by looking at them, we work hard at practice. I think last year was a sting, so they're ready to come out and show what they could do. They've been playing together so long, 4 years together now. So,
if you could take us through some of the positionals areas, starting with the pitching, what you have there. You mentioned Kristen Zelenka and Kelsey Robertson, the seniors. But how does the pitching rotation shape up? What do you have there?
Well, after last year, we had some injuries, and it was tough on the girls. I definitely went out and worked hard to get more pitchers here, so we have a good depth of healthy pitchers. Kelsey has she'll be used differently this year than in the past because of her injury. I don't know that she's 100%, but having Audrey Eisentraut back and working hard from her injury, Reese healthy, and then the 3 freshman pitchers really helps the depth.
What are you looking to from Zelenka? As a graduate student, she might have some availability limitations here and there, but what are you looking to for her?
Well, I don't want to put too much pressure on Kristen. I told her I'm not expecting her to come back to where she was in the past, but Kristen got it. I've already seen her improve in the past 6 weeks in practice. She's only going to get better. She knows the game. She works well with Guffey. Them 2 together, great battery. So, if she can go in and give us a 4-inning, 5-inning shutout, that's all I'm really looking for, because we have the other girls to come in relief.
If I'm reading this correctly, when you talk about the depth, do you mean that some pitchers could be used 2-3 innings, maybe 1 inning here at a time, just whatever you need to get through a doubleheader?
Exactly. I mean, if it's another pitcher, they all have different looks, they all have different strengths. So if we have to go through for 3 pitchers, 4 pitchers a game, then that's what we got to do.
Shifting over to the position players, you have a lot of players that have started 2-3 years. How is that experience going to help you out?
They know each other. They play well together. I know what they can do. I've kind of told them that you're not going to play from your potential. You're going to play by performance. So you got to perform to be there. But right now, the seniors look good in their positions. But the underclassmen continue to push them, and they're right there to be there if something happens.
From the starters last year, I mean, you have 6 of your 9 hitters back. Are we going to see those same starters back? Is there some competition here and there?
Most likely they'll start to, this down in Florida, but you never know what happens. They got to be prepared to sit if they're in a slump, because we have the girls now that can come in and take over. They can fill in, I should say.
You had holes to fill at center field, right field, first base. Zoe Hughes, Nichelle Navarro, Julie Campbell, respectively. What do you have in those areas to fill in?
Leanne Blizer is a junior college, so she comes with experience. She looks pretty good in the outfield. We also have 2 different directions we could go. I mean, for me, defensively, I'm more concerned with getting on base and putting a bat out there. So
in right field, that is?
Right field, probably, most likely. I have Abby Matthew and DJ who can fly, who can slap, get on base. So I can go that route, or we can go with maybe a bigger bat with Zivik, Voigt, or freshman Taylor Gary in there, who's a good contact hitter. So.
And then at first base, you have a couple who veteran players, although they weren't starters before. Manovich, Magnone. Do you think either one of those could do the trick at first base?
Oh yeah, they're solid defensively. Their bats are coming around. They're hitting well off our pitchers right now in our scrimmages. But I'm anxious to see what they can do. Game time.
And then talking about the returners, might as well start in the middle infield. Olivia Source, shortstop. Ashley Moran, second base. Does that seem like your middle infield? And how nice is it to have those veterans in the middle infield there?
Preseason, that's what we've been working with. So most likely that's how we'll start it.
Okay. What are you looking to? What are you looking for from those 2, whether it be in the field or at the plate?
Well, they need their leadership, obviously, but just to stop the ball, make the routine plays, the communication on the field. Then they turn some more double plays. They are both so smooth, quick hands up the middle there. So hopefully we can turn a few over.
And what do you have at third base? Danielle DeRunda has started 3 years, but Gabby Voigt, a sophomore, is there as well, I think, right?
Right. Dee has been playing really well this preseason. I know what she can do. I know what she can do at the plate. So that's all really. I'm hoping that when Dee does well at the plate, Dee will play good in the field. So.
And as always is the case with softball, the infield defense is so important with bunts and situations and stuff like that. How do you feel with that? I mean, you could have seniors and juniors, all over the diamond there. How do you feel with your infield defense?
I'm comfortable with the infield, with the defense. They know this game, like I said. They're veterans. They've been here, and even with the pitchers, even now, they're good fielders. They're not just pitchers. They are athletes.
Field the position.
Yeah, they can field the position really well. So.
And behind the plate, Sarah Guffey seems to be the starter, senior. Is that the case? And who would be behind her?
Lauren Favola has been playing really well, and Nikki Egan had an injury last year and didn't play, so this will be her first year too behind the plate.
But Guffey the starter?
Most likely, yes.
What are you looking for out of Guffey? Seems to be in great shape, ready for a big year.
Guffey calls a great game. She knows her batters. She knows her pitchers. So calling a game is probably one of her biggest assets. But she's throwing the ball well. She's moving well. So.
And then left field, Amanda Artiger seems to have a lock on that the last couple of years. What does she bring to the table?
I mean, she's going to be a 4-year starter out there, so she's comfortable there. I have no worries when a ball's hit out there. She has a good arm. She's proven that she can throw girls out at home. So with her speed and experience out there, no worries.
Now talk about the batting order a little bit. I mean, speaking of Artiger, it seems like her and Ashley Moran would be in the middle of the order. be a source, a table setter there. Is that how that's going to play out?
Well, Source is like a double threat because she can bunch, she can slap from the left side to get on. She can hit with power when she needs to. So the key would get, have our lead off and, Source probably in the 2-hole to get on for these more power hitters. The Ardinger, who's proof she can hit with power, and obviously with Mo.
And Ashley Moran, she's an imposing player, a big bat, 10 homers last year. I mean, what is she capable of this year? It seems like had such a great sophomore year. Now she's a junior. What could she do? What's she capable of?
Well, what's nice is these teams don't know her, so going to take some time to realize what she can do. She's in great shape right now. She's hitting the ball well, and all we got to do is get people on for her.
The rest of the lineup after that, are you a lot of slap hitters, get on base, or?
We have some speed. Our slappers, like I said, it depends the direction we want to go with. But I plan definitely to use them more to get them on base because they're quick. But if we get people on base, we can move them around. We have to get on base.
And Coach, just to get you out of here on this one, some strengths of this year's team. What is this team going to be good at when we come to see the Pioneers play? What type of product or what type of team would we see out on the field?
I keep relying on my seniors. The seniors, like I said, I'll have a chance to be starting. My pitching, I'm more comfortable with this year, with the depth and just the different types of pitchers we have to add.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
I think that about sums it up for the 2013 preseason interview here with Coach Michelle Coultas. Coach, I want to thank you for taking the time and good luck this weekend as we get things going.
Thanks, Kev.